Hello and good morning. Welcome to Lead with Love. So, and then in this one, it's like I've been talking a lot about the kids, the kids and CPS, and I shared my information all over social media because I am on social media. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Facebook, I'm all over. And, the people that have these kids are responsible for these kids are gonna lie and say they don't know me. They don't know me. And they don't have my number. So I had to share it on my social media so that people will find it. And if they need to contact me, they can contact me. So contact me. And the whole thing is like the issue with the kids, a lot of kids, and I was raised in foster care. Like, I wasn't always in foster care, but I was in foster care from 15 to 21. So I know how the system works. I know what are the needs of a child. I know when you're supposed to be taking care of a child and you're not taking care of a child, that child can be taken away. Like, somebody is supposed to report it and take that child away from the home because you're depriving the child of an education. You're depriving the child of the social skills. You need social skills. You need to take them out. You need to do things with a child. Like, if you're going to have a child, be responsible for that child. It's a lot of things. Like, when it comes to kids, it's like I don't like it when I see a kid being deprived or they're not getting the care that they need, and you're not teaching them, and you're just not raising them properly. And it's just like, oh my God, like, if you can't do it, then give it to somebody. Give the child to someone that will care for the child, because a lot of people can't have kids and they would love to have a child, and they just can't have it. That they accept foster children because they love the kids. They want a child, to care for a child. They like to teach the child, get ready for school. You get all the school supplies, all the clothes. Get excited because you're going to school. It's a big deal. It's my mother and my brother. That's why I stood away for years. I stood away. I would go over all the time, every weekend. I would always be in their house. But then once the kids was there, and I'm like, yo, these kids need care. Like, you need to report them. Like, you have to let somebody has to do something about these kids. Nobody wanted to be responsible for the kids. Nobody wanted to call CPS. Nobody wanted to do anything. My brother is a schizophrenic. He is not mentally stable. He has been institutionalized several times. It's not one time, several times. He has been institutionalized. He should not be with those kids. He talks to demons. He openly says he talks to demons. He created a Bible of his own. He created a Bible of his own. Okay, he has his own YouTube. Whatever. You know, I don't even know. It's like, I just stay away. I stay away because it's negative energies that I don't want to be around. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be associated, because I know it's wrong. I know whatever they're doing, it is wrong. And these kids are being deprived. They're not being taken care of properly. And whenever I come through, they hide the kids because they know I would take them. I will report them and I will take the kids. So whenever I come through, the kids are not there. That's how I know, like, oh, like, they really fucking with me. So I stopped coming over the house because of that, because of the kids, because they wasn't taking care of them. And it would just bother me. Like, if you're not gonna take care of the child, then give the child to somebody that's gonna care for them. The babies have family in North Carolina. I wanted them to go to the family, the godmother, and my mother wouldn't let them go. The kids themselves would say they want to go to North Carolina. They want to go to Auntie. They want to go. And my mother would never let them go because she's getting money for those kids, and she didn't want to lose that money. These kids need clothes, they need an education, they need to go to the doctor, they need all this stuff. And this woman's getting all this money for these kids, and she don't care for them. And it's just like, oh my God, oh my God. That's why I put my number on social media. I'm like, you know what? If they need to call me, call me. Because I have been trying to do something for these kids for a long time. And every time I tried, my mother blocked it. They're not her children, they're my brother's children. But he's not mentally stable. And then my mother takes all the responsibility, but they're not her children, And it's just a whole toxic mess. And I'm like, I don't want to be involved in this. I don't want no parts of this, because I know I'm in the system, and I know foster care, and I know CPS and child protect. I know when they take the kid, everybody in that house is gonna get in trouble. If you're a child care worker, and damn, hold on. Anytime I talk about the kids, the sirens go off. It's crazy. And when you're a child care worker, you're a social worker, a case worker, and you're supposed to be responsible for kids. This is your job. And then you have these kids in your house, and you don't report it. You don't report it. You know that they in your house. You know they're not going to school. You know that they're not getting the attention that they need, and you don't report it. And you're a caseworker, and you're a social worker, and you work with kids, and you see this shit, and you don't do nothing, and you think that nothing's gonna happen to you because that's not your problem. Those are not your kids, and this, that, and the third, and you think nothing's gonna happen to you. Nothing's gonna happen to your degree. Nothing's gonna happen to your job, and you a caseworker, and you are neglecting a child in need. It's a problem. It's a problem. And that is why I stood away. That is why I stood away. I was like, I'm not getting involved in this. I was like, I have too much going on. I have my own kids. I was like, I'm not gonna get myself in a situation because I know that you're not taking care of the child. I reported, they say that I'm lying. They say that everything is fine. I can never do anything. So, and then it's like, I just thank God CPS got these kids. I thank God that CPS got the kids. You don't know how thankful I am of that, because it's a problem that has been going on for years. Nobody wanted to do anything about it. Nobody cared. And it would bother me so much. I would talk to people. I would go to people to get the help. I don't know how many times I called the police and I did a wellness check for them to just go to the house. Just go. Please go. Do something. Somebody do something. And they would do a wellness check. They put him in a mental institution. And here go my mother. She takes the kids and goes to New York, but she doesn't do anything for the kids, like take them to school, take them to the doctor, like do something. They need help. Nobody want to help the kids. You don't know what this man did to these kids. You don't know. But he's schizophrenic, so he's mentally unstable. So the way his behavior is, he's probably acting all kind of crazy in front of these kids, and they're probably going to need therapy, But, God is real, God is real. And these kids, they are little. And God is with them. They have family. They have people that care for them and love them and would take care of them. And, it never had to get to this point. And that's why I put my phone number. I posted it so many times because CPS, Child Protective Services, and people lie about who Paulina Beatrice Garcia is. They lie about who I am, and they lie. And it's like, you call me, call me, and we could fix all of this. But just call me. If you need me, call me. Look me up. I'm all over social media. Call me. And Lead with Love is the nonprofit organization in New York State, New York State, and I do YouTube. You know, YouTube is my time. I am a college undergrad. I'm going for my bachelor's in business administration and human resources. So that's what I take. I resigned from working within the unified court system for the Bronx Supreme Courthouse. I was there for 15 years and I resigned. You know, I resigned on my before my 40th birthday. I resigned, or maybe I was 41. I think it was 41, but I resigned October 14th, 2020, and I was there 15 years. Whatever. I'm the director and I'm the owner of Lead with Love now, and I'm happy with that. You know, I'm happy with my accomplishments within myself, and Lead with Love is trademarked and it's mine. I don't have an assistant. Nobody helps me. I don't work with nobody. I don't keep attachments to my family. I'm not attached to none of them because they all a little fucked up and I don't want to be attached to none of them. None of them helped me. None of them looked out for me. No. If call me. Call me. Lead with love. Lead with love. Stay positive. Vibe high. And I just wanted to explain why I was posting about CPS and all this stuff, you know. But leave it love, stay positive, vibe high, and something is gonna get done about the kids, the welfare of a child. The welfare of a child matters. It matters. And when you're not responsible for a child, the child has every right to be taken from that home and be given to someone that is going to be a responsible adult and take care of that child. You know, not all kids are put into group homes. That's when you're older. You're put in a group home because you're being a bad kid. But when you're a little baby, you get put in foster care, and foster parents that want kids to take care of kids, they'll take care of that child. You know, they'll take them to school, they'll take them to the doctor, they'll do all the things for that child that the child has been deprived of for all these years. You know, that's the system. I'm a part of the system, and they call it a ward of the state. You are a ward of the state. When your parents don't want you, they call you a ward of the state. That's what I was, a ward of the state. And it's okay, because that was the best thing that ever happened to me in my whole entire life. I went to school, I went to college, I got an education. I knew how to be around people, how to talk to people. Nobody gotta know you in a group home. That's what my foster mother said. Nobody gotta know where you come from. What matters is your education, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, and the way you come off to people. Don't act like you don't have no sense. Don't act like you don't have no sense. Don't act like you don't know nothing. She's like, nobody got to know where you come from. You can be in a group home and you can work on Wall Street and you could do whatever you want to do. You could do it. That's what my foster mother told me. That's how I raised my children. And I tell them, you could do anything. Anything you want to do, you could do it. But you know, you need good structure in your life, good guidance, somebody that actually gives a fuck about you. And this woman was not my mother. She was my foster mother. She wasn't even my foster mother. She was my group home mom. She was the boss. Like, you know, Miss Davis. I call people by their last name, Miss Davis. That was respectful. I couldn't call her by her first name. Like, what you call me? Like that. Like, that's how it was. I had to be respectful. I had to follow rules. I needed structure. I needed guidance. And that's what foster care gave me. Because I didn't have it. I was bad as hell. But I'm better now. I'm better now. It's just like, you know, I wanted to make a life for myself. And I never wanted to come off as a group home girl. No, like, I went to school. I did whatever I had to do. So you would never know unless you talk to me. But when it comes to kids, that's like, that's a soft spot for me, because it's like I know what it is to not have nothing, to be deprived, not have a parent, not have somebody that actually gives a fuck. Like, I know what that feels like. And if I can help them, I'm gonna help them. Leave it love. Bye.